me, it's a really great honor to play the violin. For an audience to sit in a hall and to be moved emotionally and intellectually, it's quite a miracle.
Music is miraculous, especially in the hands of Elmar Oliveira. At 38, he has an extraordinary international career. Stardom came 10 years ago when he became the first American violinist to win the gold medal at the Tchaikovsky competition in Moscow. Elmar Oliveira had made his orchestral debut at 14. At 16, he was chosen by Leonard Bernstein to perform with the New York Philharmonic at a young people's concert. Yet it was not until the Tchaikovsky competition that his career was assured. Prior to that, he was a promising soloist, but still playing in Broadway shows and in pickup orchestras in order to make ends meet.
There were many times when I felt discouraged, and I really didn't know whether eventually I would have a major solo career. And perhaps, in a way, I felt a little bit slighted. I didn't go the standard route of many of the young players that are playing today. I did not go to Juilliard. I did not study with specific teachers that had a reputation for having students which were playing as soloists all over the world. And I was kind of a black sheep.
What Elmar did have was the unfailing support of his family.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah. My parents were born in Portugal, and they came from very poor families. My father decided that he needed to leave Portugal to provide a better life for his children. And he came to this country as a stowaway on a boat.
Mr. Oliveira brought with him to America a great love for music. A gifted cabinet maker, he made Elmar one of his earliest violins.
He just decided to pick up a book on Antonio Stradivari and read it and make a fiddle. And that's exactly what he did. Different composers in it, you know, it's...
Elmar's other love is art.
I think it shapes my music making. Everything is related, you know. If you look at a great Baroque painting, you begin to understand what a Baroque composer might be trying to say.
He and violist Sandra Robbins live and practice, surrounded by the artwork they have collected. Many critics and colleagues describe Oliveira as one of the great romantic violinists of his generation. While he shuns labels, this is how he describes that tradition.
It's a much more emotional kind of playing. And yet, within that scope of emotionalism, there has to be a certain amount of restraint, a strict boundary which you cannot go outside of, otherwise it becomes maudlin. And that requires a certain amount of elegance in the playing, and finesse, and taste.
Oliveira has an affinity for the romantic tradition, he recognizes the importance of modern composers. He and cellist Nathaniel Rosen are rehearsing a concerto written by the contemporary American composer Ezra Latterman.
We see how many composers were ignored and had to suffer the consequences in their lifetime. I think it's a responsibility that we have to living composers, to look at their music, to play it, to let audiences hear it.
Music for Elmar Oliveira brings responsibility and honor. But most of all, it brings a great joy.
Playing music is wonderful. It's one of the most enjoyable things that anyone could do. Music, playing the violin, keeps the mystery of life going.